It's Mike from Metro Trails again, and we're back with some more history at Morris Canal Inclined Plane number 10 West in Phillipsburg, just off of Lock Street. Say hi, Ev. Hi. Very nice historic spot, beautiful buildings. So, Plane 10 had some really interesting history. Here we are looking at the circa 1842-ish Plane 10 West. Boats would flow up through the canal. The canal and the Lopakong Creek at this point were one. It was slack water navigation here, and the boats would flow through, get into a cradle here, be secured in, and they'd be towed uphill on the inclined plane, which was a short portage railroad. But this wasn't the original Plane 10. So in the 1840s, they began implementing the Scotch Turbine. Worked on the same principle as a sprinkler system, where the water would go into a penstock from the upper level of the canal and then come into the turbine from underneath, forced it to spin. And that was enough to power the boats to get it up the hills much more quickly. So you can still see some of the stonework there. It's beautifully done, lasting pretty well considering 1840s. This was built. We pull the boats uphill, and this eliminated the need for what would have been at least 5 locks, I would say. Unless you were to consider, like, the Lehigh Canal's upper division had a 30-foot lock. Look over here to the right and through the trees. There used to be a historic pony truss bridge right over here, replaced by a modern pony truss. We're coming up, right, Ev? Good mood. We're coming up on where the tail race tunnel is. Jim Lee Jr. lives here and is the steward to the site, which is now county parkland. You can see over here, here's the tail race tunnel. And powerhouse was right above that. It was a 3-tier building that housed the Scotch Turbine. The turbine may still be in there. The only known Scotch turbines left from the refit of the canal in the 1840s were Plane 9 West, which is a couple miles to the east of us, and Plane 3 East. And that one was taken out and put in Lopakong State Park on display. There's the tail race tunnel there. This one had a sharp curve to it. So prior to the 1840s, the original inclined plane is right here, beside the later tail race tunnel, and this driveway right here. Those original planes implemented overshot water wheels, just like we would see in mills. There were overshot and undershot, where just the water would go under the undershot wheels, which is the ones most people think of, and the overshot water would flow into it from over top. But it was a very slow process, and they were basically hostage to the level of water in the creek for the power necessary to operate the plane. So this was a very slow process, and a lot of other canals and railroad combinations, like the Delaware and Hudson, they rerouted entirely some sections. But the Morris Canal, mostly they had it done up in the same spot. This is the only spot where you have the older plane is adjacent to the later plane. So there you have it. There's some history at Plane 10 West, both of the planes, Lock Street, heading out of Phillipsburg, New Jersey. Thanks for watching.